Welcome back to another episode of the Dropback Podcast. I am Bradley, as always, joined by my co-host Zane. And if you missed the last episode, we did our second to last mock draft of the year. So if you haven't already, go give that a listen. But how are you doing today, Zane?
I'm doing pretty good, I'm excited. This is actually, I think it's technically our last position group. We're not going to end up doing, like, the special teams players.
Special
They're
teams,
cool and all, but, like,
special
you can't really make a
players.
video. Yeah. Can't really make a video on those guys, though, unfortunately. So no kickers, no punters. Sorry. I'm sure someone's disappointed.
I don't even know what you talk about. Like, all you could talk about was leg power, accuracy, like their percentage.
I feel like that's enough to give y'all.
And you can't even talk about the extra point percentage because it's like 20 yards in front of the NFL, so that does not even matter.
Yeah, so it's not even like worth mentioning for the most part. I felt like it's been our last position group. Going back when you mentioned last episode, we noticed our audios got swapped around and like messed up, so we apologize for that. We just couldn't take it back down. It was like something with our site. It wouldn't let us take it back down, so we apologize for that. We'll do better about it next time. But yeah, so that was our last mock draft. If y'all just want to check out like the end of the video, just look at the board. It was a crazy little mock, but everything got messed up halfway through. So
yeah, if anyone has any suggestions for like a podcast platform, let us know, please.
I have a couple I want to try for us, and then we'll try them eventually.
All right.
Hopefully the next couple weeks. Actually, I did get one for a friend recommendation, so we might do that next week. So if our audio sound different again, we're trying a different site. We're trying to figure these things out as we go along. But yeah, so I guess we're doing like the D line, but like it's like the defensive tackles. It's like the interior guys mainly for this. So that's what we're doing today. This will be our last position group.
Yeah, our last position group until next year. Yeah. It's crazy.
And you said maybe last mock draft. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we should do a mock draft for the 2025 group, like sometime this summer or something.
Dude, honestly, I know like 2 players from that draft class.
I know a couple right now, like at least like 6.
I know 2, and they're both from Colorado. Because I don't keep up with college that much. Like, this is the most college I've watched since I was like 14, 15.
That's fair.
So, but hey, that would be a cool episode. We could do that.
Completely fair. Do you want to jump right into it?
Yeah, let's get right into it. Would you like to start first?
No, I'll let you start with this one.
You'll let me start. Alrighty. Oh yeah, you did start last episode, or the last rankings.
Yeah.
But I have at my 10, we're doing top 10. I don't know if we mentioned that. Yeah. But I have Duke player Dwayne Carter.
Okay.
Do you have him on your list?
He is on my list. I have him in 9, so we kind of flipped.
Okay.
Maybe we flipped. I don't know if we flipped. I said flipped, but we kind of were right there.
Yeah, I swear our lists are always so similar too.
Well, it's because prospects are very similar. Outside of like wide receiver, I feel like we mainly agree on where guys go.
Yeah.
It's like it's a lot easier with other position groups.
Yeah, like we switch them around. Like you might have a guy at 9 and I have a guy at 10. Just because, I don't know, just we like one more than the other guy, but...
Yeah, just like a little bit more. I think we've had a couple of them where you had it insanely higher than I did, or I had a guy a lot higher than you did.
Yes. What's his name? From Kansas.
Oh, well...
Austin Booker.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like 6 on my board. He was originally like 4.
You had him at 6, I had him at like 8 or something.
Yeah, I really like Austin Booker.
Originally I had him at 10, and then I moved him up after rewatching him.
Oh, gosh. I can't stand for this Austin Booker hate.
I moved him up, but yeah. So you were saying Dwayne Carter at 10?
Yeah, Dwayne Carter. He is a very good run defender. That's the big thing that really stood out for me while watching him. He's very powerful with his hands as well. His lateral ability is very well as well. He was the team captain, so like I saw that, so I was like, okay, that's a plus for him. He also has good football or good on-field IQ as well. So I think he's an overall good football player, but he didn't have many sacks this year. His arm placement or his arm length was not they were kind of smaller on the smaller end. And he needs to get better at the pass rush. So I'm not too high on him. I think he'd be a good run defender, but not anything special on the pass rush.
Yeah. You mentioned captain. You mentioned the captain thing. I thought great leadership skills. That's like such a plus in my opinion. Like teams are gonna see that and be like, we can have this guy on our team because he's able to be among the guys and help lead our group. So I thought that was a plus. I think that's what kept him over actually my 10 guy. Initially, I thought, like you said, he was a high IQ player, team captain. He was effective on third downs, I noticed. But like you mentioned, I think he'll probably be more of a rotational run defender that uses a more bull rush technique in the NFL. And I think he could be a good player. I just don't think he'll be great.
Yeah, yeah. I think it'll be a rotational third down guy.
Yeah.
But who's your
I
10?
did like what I saw. Like he always pursued the player. Whoever had the ball, he always went after him. So I always appreciate that because he always showed initiative to go after the guy with the ball, no matter
Yeah,
what.
he looks like a very hard worker out on the field. So that's also a plus.
Yes, work ethic, high IQ, and leadership, dude. Like that's gonna get you drafted. I think he'll go a little higher than our rankings maybe have him. I'm curious to see, but I think those three things will help his draft stock a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, I had him at 8. Oops. I thought I had him at 9.
Oh, you have him at 8? Oh, wow.
Yeah, I have him at 8. Um,
That's okay.
yeah, so he's at my 8. I don't think I have one of the guys on here that you might have on here because I thought he was more of an edge rusher. Um, I'm asking. He's not on my board. Did you have Gabriel Murphy on your board?
Gabriel Murphy? No, I do not.
Okay, good. That's the guy I was thinking might be on your board. Um, my 10 actually ended up being Leonard Taylor. Is he on your board?
He is not. He is not.
Okay.
So
I think he's more of a nose tackle, D tackle kind of thing. I remember at the beginning of this process, or at least like way early on doing mock drafts during the summer, he was like the 32nd ranked player at one point in time. It was so crazy, and then now looking at it, he's like projected 4th round. He's got great quickness. He's got great strength to measure up with that. He knows how to shed blocks. He's versatile with his pass rush, but his pad levels aren't great. He was getting double teamed a lot, which is a pro, but he was getting double teamed a lot and like never learned how to get out of it. His pass rush moves weren't always effective, and he was very inconsistent. He was also very erratic, I felt. But he's got great athleticism, so like if he fixes these things up, he'll be good. But like he's just such a raw prospect in regards to the rest of the group. I felt like that I had to put him in the back.
yeah, that's fair. I feel like there are a lot of project guys in the defensive tackle range that I saw. Like there are a handful of guys that are like you're definitely gonna be taking a risk on. I mean, you're always taking a risk, but like they need help in like certain areas.
You're gonna need to be patient with them.
Yeah.
So that was my 10, and your 10 was Carter. Who's your 9?
My 9 is Michael Hall Jr. from Ohio State.
Okay.
Is he on your list?
He is on my list.
Where's he at?
He was at 7.
Okay.
A little higher on some of these guys and lower on others. I feel like you might have the LSU guys above them.
I do.
Okay, that's where it probably was. They're not high on my. Only one of them made my list.
Yeah, no, one of them only made my list too.
Okay, I'm just curious where you put him. Michael Hall.
Yeah, Michael Hall Jr. I did like what I saw on film. He was versing good competition as well, so that was also a plus. He has very well upper body strength and reach, so that really helps him on the defensive line. Great footwork. His first step is pretty good as well. He's a good pass rusher. He could get better in the rush, being a run defender. And also his body type isn't in the NFL level area, so those are the things. Yeah. I do like what I liked a lot what I saw. A game against Michigan, he played pretty well in. So he did it. I liked him a decent amount. Nothing a crazy amount, but I did like him still for him being at 9.
Yeah, I did. I liked him. Obviously, I liked him a little bit more than you did because I am at 7. I just realized I don't even have my 9 or. Yeah, I have my 8 set, right? Because that was Carter. Yeah. So for me, I like what you mentioned. I liked his feet. I liked his upper body strength. I thought he was very good at hand fighting. I thought he was very powerful when it came to pass rush side of things. Like his bull rush was top tier, or not top tier, but like good. He was versatile. I felt things that kept him lower were his size. I didn't think he'd have the right size for D tackle. I'm curious to see what he ends up doing at the next level. Maybe he drops weight and becomes an edge rusher. I don't know, because he is agile, but he's not like super agile. So I'm very curious to see what he does because he's explosive and everything. So I think if he finds a good role, he's gonna make that role his own and do it well.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said there. Yeah.
He also got double teamed a lot, from what I noticed on film.
I feel like a lot of these guys did get double teamed. Like I watched these guys and I was like, okay, he got double teamed. Okay, he also got double teamed.
Yeah. Well, it's also D tackle, so it's kind of normal. So like,
yeah, like
blocks on it though. That's when it's good.
And most of the time, these guys are like the best guy on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
Or rushing. Like who's rushing, so they have to block. But.
Yeah, so he ended up being my 7. Do you have Smith or Wingo on your board? Because I had one of them at 9. I'm just curious who you have.
I don't have Smith, but I do have Wingo.
Okay, we do agree then. Wingo. Man, I did not. Okay, actually, hold on. I have them both written down. Why did I write both names down? I messed up. I wrote both their names in for the same spot.
Well, while you're doing that, I'll talk about Wingo.
Yeah.
Wingo. He showed progression throughout the season that I saw. He has a very good first step, quickness. He is a high motor guy. He's really good in the pass rush. He shows very promising pass rush potential as well. Um, his bull rush, like he's very good with the bull rush move, but he does lack pass rushing technique, which is one thing. Like he relies on the bull rush too much. He can be neutralized by the offensive line by being more powerful than the offensive line will be more powerful than than Wingo, so that will stop him to get to the quarterback. He's a little undersized as well, but I liked. Yeah, he was nothing crazy that I saw, but like I think he could be a third down type guy.
Yeah. I so it was Wingo that was right here. So I didn't mess it up. I just had both names in there for some reason. Um, Probably because I liked them both about the same. I just didn't put the other guy on the board. I thought he was a freak athlete, but just undersized. Like you mentioned, he's a little undersized. Like his height's at the 2 percentile, his weight's at the 8, his hands are at the 21, his wingspan's at the 17, and his arms are at the 26. But his 40's at the 93rd, his 10 yards at the 96, his shuttle's at the 84, his vert's 77, his quad's 73%, his three cones 87, and his bench was bad, but it was at 34. But like he has like these freak metrics, and then he's just undersized, which I will say there's some good defensive tackles who are shorter. So like he could be good if he puts on the right amount of weight. He can be fine. I'm not comparing, but Aaron Donald was only 6'1", so like it's height's not that much of a worry if he does everything correctly.
And there are a lot of undersized guys in this draft class.
Yeah,
Too.
it's either undersized or they're oversized almost. I feel like
Yeah.
they're either super tall or super small.
Yeah, there's like no in between there.
Yeah. So I'm very curious at this point. So my list goes Taylor, Wingo, Carter, and then Hall. What does yours go?
Mine goes Carter, Hall, Wingo.
Okay. So who's your 7 then?
My 7 is, where is he? It is the Clemson guy.
Oops. Oh, Tyler Davis.
No, Rook Okura.
Oh, or yeah.
Yeah, or however you say his name.
Yeah, no, it's weird.
Yeah. There's a lot of weird names in this draft class, I've noticed. Like, I feel like once or twice an episode, whenever we talk about these positional guys, there's always a name that's like, how do you say that?
We completely butcher at the.
But Aura. Is that how you say it?
That's how I've said it. It's Rook Aura. That's how I've been saying it. It could be completely wrong.
But he is Aura is I liked him more. Do you have him on your board?
It's 6, so we're pretty much right there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did like what I saw. I nearly wanted to put my 6 below him, but I didn't know. But he was already too low. But he's a well-built and great functional athlete, very athletic guy. He has a great first step, which I like a lot. Whenever you get the first step on the line of scrimmage, it's always something I love to see. He has great wingspan and strength. But he's a kind of inconsistent pass rusher. Can improve on hand technique as well. So I did like what I saw from him. I think, I like what I saw from him.
I did too. And him, just like the last guy, actually had some freak measurables at the combine. So I thought that was nice. But he actually has better size to him. he has exceptional motor and passion in the game. I think he's got a higher ceiling because he had a lot more. Like I found a lot less tape on him than I did the rest of the group actually. So he has like limited football experience compared to the rest of the group. He's powerful at the point of attack. I think you might have mentioned this. Powerful at the point of attack, able to reset the line of scrimmage against the run, which I thought was nice. So he can do pass rush and run defense. So like to me, that's such a plus because he might be able to do more than just third downs. Like maybe to start, he might just do third down type deal, but like he might be able to get himself to like full time starting role in the NFL.
Yeah, I do too. I think he just needs to learn a bit more. I think he needs more playing time.
I agree. I think playing time. I'm curious because I think he'll probably play a lot in the preseason. I'm curious to see how he does.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh.
But we are at
Honestly,
6.
all of this group, though, I've noticed so far, they need to do better against double teams, which it's different in college. You'll learn
Besides one guy.
Yeah.
One guy.
There's like two guys actually for me. I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
two.
top two for me or do it really well, and that's why they're probably top two is because they do everything well. Um, but yeah, no, I liked him. I liked him a lot, but like I didn't like him as much. I had him at 6. You had him at 7. So I'm curious, who's on your board so high that isn't on my board? Who would that be?
I don't know.
Who's your 6?
My 6 is Fisk.
Okay, my 5 is Fisk.
Okay, I thought that was gonna be like a crazy take. Because I wasn't too big of a fan of him. Like he didn't really move me, but he did like show some like good things.
You know what I did? I did 11
What?
players. That's why.
Oh,
That's funny.
wait, did you start with 11?
Yeah, I did. I did 2 10s.
Oh,
That makes a lot more sense now because I was wondering why my numbers were off, and I was like, wait, no, that makes sense.
wait. So our list is kind of
pretty much
this.
the same almost. Uh, so it goes Wingo at 10, Carter at 9, Holiday 8, Oro 7, Fisk 6, and then yeah.
Oh yeah, it basically goes the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fisk. Would you like to talk about him?
Yeah. Fisk.
Except for like
Hold on. Trying to scroll back up to him. Okay. So, again, like the rest of the guys so far, he's a kind of a freak athlete. I thought. I think he's going to be a great defensive tackle. I think he has higher upside than some of the guys I might have higher. I think he might actually be a better player than my next guy. He's effective in pass rush. He demonstrates quick, agile movement. He's got great upper body and physicality at the run. He's explosive at the snap, carrying high energy into the contact. He struggles with pad levels against. He just has pad level issues, but that'll be fixed, I'm sure, if he gets the right team. Again, hand placement struggles with that. I wrote that down twice actually, so I guess he really does need to fix it. Lower body strength, he needs to build up a little more to be an effective run defender. He's good in run
I thought
defense.
his run defending was good.
I thought it was good, but like at the next level, I think he's gonna get pancaked right now. Because I think I saw a game where he was just on his butt. So, I think like against a center or like NFL guards, he might get put on his butt if he doesn't put on some muscle down there to keep his strength up.
Yeah. I did say he's slow and he gets stopped a lot. So
I actually had a comp written down. Look at me go. I had Keon White from last year. I think it could be very similar.
Yeah, I can't say I can agree or disagree because I did not watch any of the guys.
That's fair. So what did you have any more to say, or did I steal everything on you?
Yeah, you said everything that I like. Yeah, you said everything. One thing that you didn't say is whenever he gets like off the tackle, he kind of looks lost in the open field.
Mm. Okay. Yeah. No, I did not actually have that written down. I guess I probably need to pay a little closer attention to it.
Like I don't know, there was a couple of plays that I was like, okay, does he know where the ball is?
Honestly, I felt that sometimes when I'm watching. Like, where'd the ball go? Um, Worst
Well,
thing is
that's
like
why
he
we're
was
not in the
affected.
NFL.
Yeah. No, that's
That's the
totally the
only
only reason.
reason.
Yes, the only reason.
I swear, if I didn't tear my ACL in high school,
Yeah. If I didn't be completely skinny in high school, no, I'm just playing.
if we didn't run cross country,
Oh my gosh. Shut up, Coach Jones, man. Greatest coach there ever was. Um, Gave me free Pop Tarts.
dude, you got lucky. He used to sell
He's the
those.
goat, man. Well, I was the senior project, so I used to just grab a couple. I don't think he knew that though.
Oh, so you just stole them? He didn't give
No,
them
I
to you
probably
for free.
stealing from them. Yeah, I stole like
so,
3, 4.
so never trust Zane because he said
I was the same
stealing
project. He might just eat it. I was
got
hungry.
him for got
He
him
let me
for
sit in his
free.
chair when he left the room, so I was watching the class and I'd grab a Pop Tart.
What random question, but what is your favorite Pop Tart?
Dude, I don't know. There's a lot of good ones. When you just asked that, the Oreos, like the cookies and cream one, came to mind though for some reason.
That one's all right. I like the wild berry one.
The wild berry's really good.
I love wild berry.
The cookie and cream though, I used to have it with milk in the morning sometimes. That's kind of maybe crazy. I, that's why I liked it though.
I mean, that's not too crazy. I like chocolate as well. Classic flavors.
Yeah, that's fair. Um, what was it? Cinnamon? Was that one people always liked or something? What
Oh
was
yeah, cinnamons are. I think I ate too many of them. Now I'm not the biggest fan of
See,
them.
hot take. I didn't like them. I never liked
Oh,
them.
okay. I can understand that though. Like I can
I'm
completely
not a big cinnamon
understand.
person. Well, okay.
Yeah,
Cinnamon toast crunch. Different story.
dude.
Um,
Instead of defensive tackles, we should do a Pop Tart ranking.
Pop Tart or cereal ranking or something.
Like whenever it comes to like the dead period of the NFL, we'll just start talking about like top 10 cereals, top 10 Pop Tarts.
See, we're gonna do something crazy and leave something out of our top 5. Oh, okay. I saw this today. I should have sent it to you. Someone had Marvin Harrison not in their top 5 wide receivers.
Okay, well they've never watched football.
I was like, is this clickbait? Like, it's gotta be. Like, we should do that with like a cereal. We'll leave it out of the top 5 for clickbait. Now, if y'all want us to do a cereal ranking, let us know.
Oh yeah, dude, I'd be
Cereal
very
Pop-Tart, I'm
open to
so
doing
down.
that.
Oh,
But we just like talk
getting
about random football news too.
right. Getting back. So he was my 6. My 5. This might have been a hot take. I have Sweat.
I have him one higher
Okay. You know why he's so low for me?
because of his size.
No. Because the off the field crap.
He has off the field stuff. Hold up.
He got a DUI a week before his meeting with the Titans. I'm like, what are you
Well,
doing?
yeah, okay.
Like, with the Rice stuff that just came out and him being stupid, I don't trust that anymore. I really don't. And of course he tested terrible at the combine. But like otherwise, he's a freak. like he has a lot of goods to him. He actually was pretty decent at double team. He's got good burst. He's got good hands. He's good on the field, but what his issues are is all off the field. Um, I read a report that he said he doesn't watch as much film and stuff like that. So I was just like, okay, maybe not on this guy. So
Yeah, that's fair.
you have him at 4.
I did.
Okay.
Um, do you want to talk about our 5 guys and then?
Well, he was my
Wait.
5.
Yeah, that was your 5.
Did you have any more
I have.
on him?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do. I think he was one of the better run defenders in this class. He, like, his bull rush move is like, he's not a very versatile guy. Like, he doesn't have many tools in the bag. So I think his bull rush move is the only tool, one of the only tools. But I think he is good with his hands as well. Good at breaking double teams, but he can improve on his pass rush.
Yeah, I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
hold
yeah.
on. I just got a text. The Broncos' potential uniforms got leaked.
Oh yeah, the
they're so
Texans,
mid. Oh, they're so mid. Oh, they're so bad.
Oh my gosh, didn't we talk about in the podcast with Jack that they were
Okay,
like,
well, hold on. I'm looking at them. I actually don't hate it. I really kind of don't hate them.
I would have
They're
to
just
see him
like,
on the player
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
in their computer, so it's like,
I wish we could like pull them up on a picture on here. I mean, I could turn on my camera, but we haven't really talked camera stuff yet, so I won't do that. I don't actually hate them. My friend just sent them to me as we're recording. I am so sorry because I know he hates it. He's punching the air right now is what he's telling me. Because that's what he was really looking forward to. So I feel so bad.
wow. Yeah, it's gonna be a rough season for him.
Broncos.
Unless they trade up to 3.
So yeah, give me Surtain and 2 firsts. Goodness, that's the minimum. Right now.
I would do that if I was the Broncos.
Patriots wouldn't do that, but my goodness, would our defense be so stacked? It'd be so good.
Y'all would have a good defense.
But back to the rankings. Like, time back into the rankings. Because we just got off topic to the everything else. So that was both our 5s with Sweat. No, you had Sweat at 4.
Yeah, I had Jenkins at 5.
Okay, see, I had Jenkins at 3. So Robinson was my 4. I had Robinson.
Okay.
My reasoning, though, is because I think Robinson's probably going to play more edge than D-line, and that's kind of cheap, but, like, he's not more D-tackle, and so I had to put him a little lower, because, like, he'll be a versatile D-lineman, but I liked as
Yeah, I think that's one thing that brings him up, that he's very versatile.
Yeah, I just think he'll play more edge rusher in the NFL than he will. And I could be completely wrong. Like, and that could bite me in the butt. I still have him top 4, so, like, I still think he could be a great player. I'll let you talk about him first, though, because I've talked about the last 2 guys first.
Wait, who?
I'll let you talk about Jenkins, because he was your 4. So we'll talk about Jenkins
No, he was
first.
my 5.
Oh, yes, 5. Sorry.
Sweat was my 4.
You're right.
His reaction time is really good, especially on run plays that he could stop. He's very strong at the line of scrimmage. He's very good at like getting through the offensive linemen. He's a freak of an athlete as well. But a lot of these guys have problem with their pass rush, and Jenkins is one of these guys as well. So I think that he needs to improve in pass rush as well as like whenever he gets double teamed, it looks like it would throw him off a little. But yeah.
Yeah.
I'll leave some things for you whenever you talk about him at 3.
So actually, I just went back and looked because I was reading it while you were talking about him. I have, and you made a good point about the versatility thing. I'm gonna move him to 4. So we're just gonna do a flip flop, and I'll have Robinson at 3 because I don't even know why I was doing that. I was trying to just be different, which there's no need to. I liked him, like you mentioned. He's gonna be a good defensive tackle, more inside guy. I had a comparison written down with Byron Young from the last year as well, so that's funny because I've been doing last year guys for some reason with this group. I think he could be really good on the inside. I'm curious to see how he does against like the bigger O linemen because I know he was good at it in college, but like I'm curious to see how that does in the NFL. Great hand technique, like I think you mentioned. Double team wasn't great at double team. He was explosive, but it didn't pack as much of a punch as I'd like. And he also needs to work on his bull rush a little more. I think you mentioned those things though.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's my 4.
All right. So I have Robinson at 3 as well,
Yes.
and you do too. Correct.
Yes. I think we both do. So Robinson, we talked about him a lot in the other video. I think, right? With
Yes,
the
we
edge
did.
group because we did think he could play both. I'm curious to see which team drafts him to put him in a spot. Because I think right now, if I'm looking at the list correctly, he's projected.
He's probably a mid-second.
He's top of the second right now on this board. He was projected 36th to the Commanders. So they'll probably put him on the outside. So I'm curious to see how he does on the outside in the NFL, but I'm also curious on the inside as well. Because he's great in run defense. He's got great technique. He's very versatile, like we just mentioned a couple times. He's got good hands. I'll leave some stuff for you too.
Yeah.
But he does need to work on the pass rush technique.
Yeah. Agreed. He's also very athletic. He has good arm length as well. He's strong. He's versatile. So I think he'll be a very good player for a team, especially in the second round.
Yeah, he'll help a team out.
But if you want to hear more about Robinson, go give our top 10 edge rushers a listen.
Yes, if y'all want to go give that a quick listen, great video. A lot better. I keep saying stuff about our linebacker video, but it was just like, it was such a weird group. It was so much better. Like this video, both these videos have been better than that, honestly.
Yeah.
It's just such a weird group to do. Robinson we did talk about a lot in that video though with the edge rushers. I think a team's gonna be very happy, and if he goes to a team like the Commanders, cool. They need edge rushers. He'll probably start right away, probably on the outside, and I think he could be pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm curious how your 1 and 2 fall because they were very close for me. I had not watched Newton. I'd watched a lot more Murphy at that point, but
I am more moved. I'm more moved by one guy than the other. Like I don't want to say not the biggest fan, but he just didn't move me as much as the other guy.
Okay.
Who do you have at 2?
So Newton actually ended up being my 1.
I do too. Okay.
I didn't like trash Newton in our mock draft, but I was just like, I don't even know anything on this guy.
Yeah, I didn't either. Like going into watching him, I was like, okay, like he's from Illinois, whatever. Like,
Yeah, like whatever. I just wrote him off. Um, so probably when we do this next mock draft, I might have him a little higher when we do the
I'm
mock.
gonna
I don't
have him
think
above Newton
yeah, I do.
or above Murphy.
I do have. So we'll do Murphy first then. Murphy for me, I liked him as a prospect. I think he had solid measurables outside of his height. Um, he was put on the freak athletic skills list, which I thought was pretty cool. He's got a great first step. He knows how to use his leverage and his core strength as an anchor in the run and to do double teams. So like, dude, great. That's why you're top two is because you actually know how to deal with a double team, unlike the rest of the group. Um, sometimes relies too much on that athleticism he has. Um, can improve his hand fighting. He can be a little too overly aggressive, and he's a smart player. He's good. I just didn't like him as much as Newton, which I was really shocked about because I had him go as one going
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, like on film, I like Newton a lot. Like he just looks better than Murphy. Like if that makes any sense.
It does. It really does. He did look better.
But Murphy, like, he led the college with pressures and pass rush wins. So I think he was still phenomenal. But it truly came down to the film. Like you said, he's a great athlete. When he's not double teamed, he won like every time I saw that he was not double teamed.
Yeah.
Not every time, but a lot,
Which-
like a lot of times.
These guys for me are literally like a hair away from each other. Like I could make the case for either of them at one right now. I was just.
I don't
shocked.
know.
Really,
For
I was
me,
just
it's
shocked.
just like Newton. Like
Really?
he's
I was
yeah,
shocked
he's
with
like
Newton,
my
but
guy.
like they're super close for me because I think it's still a little biased because I had Murphy one going in, but I just liked both a lot.
Yeah. What I saw on Newton whenever I was watching him, I thought that's who I'd see watching Murphy.
Yeah. I think so. We can just go right into Newton then, right?
Yeah.
I think he's premier. He'll be that premier projected three technique interior D lineman with good in both the run and the pass. He's versatile. He's got great shiftiness. Or not like shiftiness, but like shifting across the
Twitch.
line. Yeah, twitch. He's explosive, and he's like actually explosive. Like there were some guys where I was just like, it looked like a pebble hitting a wall. No, he doesn't look like a pebble hitting a wall. He looked like a battering ram.
Yeah,
Dude.
no, like I
Dude.
agree.
Is strong. I was just awed by him at times. He's quick for his size too.
Yeah. Like what you said, whenever good first step, like that's like the first thing that I noticed. Like whenever I turned on film, I like had to pause and I was like, "Oh my, okay, wow!" Like he just surprised me. But
Yeah.
you can continue.
Okay, yeah. Things for me were a little bit shorter arms than I would have liked. But he just knows how to get around that, in my opinion at least. I would love for him to go to a team that knows how to develop D line, because I think he actually is going to do really well. I had him going to the Lions in our mock. I think that'd be the perfect spot for him, honestly. But he might go sooner. He's armed with a lot of counter moves. He's a very technically, not like technically sound player, but like he's a smart player.
Yeah, and he's young too. He'll be 22 whenever he gets into the league.
Wait, what? How old is he?
22.
Oh, okay. So he's on the younger side.
Yeah, or he's 21.4, but he'll be 22 whenever he like actually.
Okay, so
plays.
he's on the younger side. So that's still a pro. He's got time to learn and to grow as a pass rusher. I'm looking at
I,
some
I think
consensus rankings right now. A board has him at 12 that I'm looking at right now.
yeah, I've seen him going from anywhere to like 10 to like 20.
Man, yeah, and here I was putting him at 29 the Lions. Gosh, he's probably going to be he might be the first defensive lineman on the board, but I can see the case for being the other guy. They're both good though. A team's going to be happy with either one of them. I like them both a lot. I think they'll both be good starting like early on. The rest of the group might need to wait, but like these two I think will probably make teams happy.
Yeah, I fully agree. Yeah, I was very high on Newton.
Yeah. Newton, I did see some bad film in run defense, but like he was fine for the most part. Like he was
Yeah.
overall he was good.
Yeah.
His measurables did scare me honestly, which I think is another reason I put him closer. And he also played at Illinois compared to Texas or in Illinois, Indiana. I don't even know it's just an I. Illinois.
Yeah, it's Illinois. Indiana's red.
Yeah. I saw an I and I couldn't remember which state he was in.
That's fair.
Yeah, I know this group was good. Of course, we had some crazy news happen in the middle of the podcast, though, with the Denver Broncos potential
Yeah.
uniforms.
Yeah, and we had a Pop-Tart ranking as well.
Yeah, our mini Pop-Tart rankings. Honestly, I haven't had Pop-Tarts in so long, though, so it's not really fair to rank. I haven't had them in a long time.
Yeah, dude, I like one right now.
Pop-Tarts are... I enjoyed them. I just haven't eaten them in a while.
Yeah, I had one like a month ago. Wildberry. Shout out to Wildberry.
Honestly, fair. I'm trying to find... Maybe they did get leaked a little more. No, okay. So, the network that apparently leaked them was CTE-ESPN network.
Oh,
I'm
yeah, that's
curious.
fraud.
Yeah, I feel like it's fraud, but they look so real, like I could see it being the case. And frankly, for the most part, I don't hate it, but I really wish they would incorporate more blue. I wish there was a way to pull this up for y'all. Y'all listening. Did you see the lines going on uniforms? Did you see the lines?
Oh, yeah, I did actually, yeah. Yeah, I
Dude.
like them.
They're blackout uniforms. My goodness, every team needs those. A blackout style uniform set, so clean.
Yeah.
That was, I think it's a top 3 jersey in the league right now.
Yeah, and the Texans' new helmet.
I didn't know how to feel. I like it, but at the same time, it feels like a high school one.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of like the USFL.
Yeah.
Like that kind of style. But yeah.
Any other news you feel like we can cover?
No, 1 week until the draft.
Yes, we are a week away, people. 1 week away until no more worries of the draft. We'll have maybe 1 or 2 more mocks out.
Yeah, 1 or 2. And
Um,
no more rumors of like Michael Penix at 2? Question mark.
thank
Oh
goodness.
my gosh.
I don't think. Yeah, Bradley, you mentioned we might not be able to actually end up streaming it, so we'll probably just record our reactions the day after. Maybe I'll record something during. I don't know. I think we just both had stuff going on, right? You had something that ended up happening.
Yeah, my mom's birthday will be on the draft, but I will be paying attention. Don't you worry.
Mom's birthday is important, but so's the draft, you know. So,
yeah, I told
happy birthday,
Zane.
Mom, but I'm gonna watch the draft.
I texted Zane. I was like, love my mom, but love the draft. So yeah.
Yeah. So we won't end up streaming it, but we'll post our reactions the day after. We might pull out a mock draft the night before. It won't be a mock draft Monday, but it'll be a mock draft just so that y'all have something to listen to on schedule. Who knows though, and it just all depends on the work week. But I think that's where we'll wrap it up today. So thank you all for listening to another episode of the Dropback Podcast. Be sure wherever you're listening to leave a like, follow, subscribe, or comment. We always appreciate it. If y'all disagree with any takes or anything we've said, let us know down in the comments below. Maybe Bradley's Pop-Tart. Who knows? Thank you all for tuning in. Hope y'all tune in the next one. And peace out.
Peace.